Prosecutors now get their crack at questioning federal agent Christopher Deedy and trying to prove that he's a murderer. Good evening, I'm Yanji Denise.
And I'm Paula Akana. Deedy was the only witness today and testified about the moment he opened fire in a Waikiki McDonald's and killed a man. KITV4's Laura Yamada has our continuing coverage. And Laura, this is the first time we've heard Deedy actually talk about the shooting itself.
Yeah, Paula, it's been a month's worth of buildup. Deedy's defense had hoped their experts would be able to help explain his actions, but ultimately they knew Deedy himself would explain it best. He says after getting tackled to the ground, he knew he'd have to take action.
I stood up, I put both arms in front of me, palms forward, and I said, "Stop, I'll shoot."
Moments later, he did, the first shot of 3. Special Agent Christopher Deedy says it took seeing Colin Elderts and his friend Shea Medeiros meet his friend before he pulled his gun and fired the first shot. Then he says to have Elderts tackle him, take him down, and repeatedly try to grab his gun was more than he says he needed to shoot to kill.
He was delivering the blows. He would come back and down, back and down.
After the shots were fired, what did Mr. Elderts do?
Stop.
And what happened?
Instead of coming down with a punch, he just came down on top of me.
You weren't trying to do any warning shots that morning on November 5th, 2011, though, were you?
No, ma'am, I wasn't.
But when Deputy Prosecutor Janice Futa got her chance, she refocused on Deedy's judgment and the fact that even he admits he was drinking that night.
Also, while armed, Department of State special agents are specifically prohibited from consumption of any alcoholic beverage, correct?
That's correct.
Before the day wrapped up, prosecutors brought it back to the initial sparks. Elderts and Medeiros yelling, swearing at another customer, and whether that was worth Deedy getting involved in the first place.
At this point in time, you could have just walked out with Jessica West and not put anyone in danger, correct?
I believe that there was still a threat to Mr. Perrin.
Now, at the end of the day, lawyers argued over whether they can introduce when Elderts was convicted 2 years ago in relation to disorderly conduct. Defense hoping it will add to their case that it was Elderts' aggressive behavior that escalated the fight. Tomorrow, prosecutors take the last day of the week to dig deeper into Deedy's reason for pulling that trigger. Back to you guys.
All right. Thank you so much, Laura. So interesting.